Hi guys, it's Ufuma here. So I have a tutorial for you guys today, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how I got this picture you're looking at now to look like this. So I'm going to show you the before and after now. So take a look at my layers panel. That's the before and that's the after picture. So before editing and after editing. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this, or how I was able to achieve this in Photoshop. Stay tuned. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. So the first thing I do is I go to select and then subject. Photoshop is smart enough to pick out the subject for me, so it will give me a pretty good selection of the baby. However, Photoshop does not know that I want to select the balloons and also the clouds on the floor and also the straw holding up the balloons. So I want to select everything because my plan is to change the background. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like the white sheets on the back. So I'm just planning to change the background. So I'm just going to go in and select my pillow stuffings or clouds. In this case, I'm just going to select them and then also select the balloons. In order to get a pretty good selection, I'm going to use this red color, and to get this I pressed Q, so it takes away the marching ants and then gives me this red mask all over the picture to see what is selected. Now the things that are in red are not selected, but the things that I can see through obviously are selected. So I'm going to take my brush tool and then either brush white or black over my selection. Remember, black hides while white reveals. So the black I will use to cover up the places I do not want selected, and the white I will use to open up the places I want selected. So I'm just going to fast forward through this so you don't get bored, because it's going to take me a bit of time to select everything that I want. Once I'm done, I think that I have a pretty good selection. Now look at it. I feel like this is pretty good for what I want selected. Once I'm done with my selection, so now I want to change the background. So I want to change this white sheet to something more of a sky blue that looks like the sky, right? So I'm going to go into this circle-like panel here and then go for solid color. You can see that my solid color is in white. So now my selected area is all white, and that's not necessarily what I want. I actually want the sky to be looking blue. So I pick something close to what the sky looks like naturally. Yeah, so a happy sky, something, joyous. So I like what I'm seeing here. And then I press OK. So now you can see that when I press OK, it is actually the selected area which has become blue, and that's not exactly what we want. We want it to actually be on the white sheets, the white background. In order to change where the blue has been placed, I'm going to click on the layer mask on this same layer and then press Ctrl I, which will help me invert it and put the blue exactly where I want it. So now you can see that the blue has gone on the white background, which was the area which wasn't selected in the first place. So once that is done, I think we have it looks pretty good. It looks good. It looks like a happy sky. I've created another layer. My balloons are a bit too high and look very funny. They look extremely funny. So what I want to do now is create more balloons and bring them a little bit lower so it's not looking odd. So I'm going to go in with my quick selection tool and then select the balloons and select all balloons, then press Ctrl C and then Ctrl T. So this will help me to move my selection without distorting the image, and then I can transform the balloons I've selected any which way I want. I can rotate it, I can, move it around. So I'm just going to place it how I see fit, and in a way that it fits the image. So I'm going to repeat this process a couple of times, creating new layers and just copying the balloons and pasting them exactly where I want, or transforming them to be exactly where I want. So I'm just going to fast forward through this process.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like harvest the soul.
So now you can see that I have balloons everywhere. The balloons are everywhere. But something I don't like is the fact that the balloons have patterns on them. The balloons are, they come with smiley faces, which makes it look like they are repeated over and over again. And I don't necessarily want that. So I am going to actually I'm going to actually remove every single pattern on this balloon. I want them to be plain so it's not too repeated, or it doesn't look overly repeated. So I remove the balloons by filling them, by using the clone stamp, using my patch tool, whichever tool works comfortable with you, or works best for you rather. Whichever tool works best for you is what you should use. Just make sure you remove every single pattern, because if you don't, it will be looking too repeated. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Tell me, can you hear the symphony? Panic, panic,
So the next thing I want to do now is add some texture like clouds to my sky. So I found this website which is free to download digital images, www.pixels.com. And then I'm just going to look for a cloud that suits the image I am working on. So there's several cloud images, but I need something that will actually suit what I'm working on. So I found this one, and I'm just going to click download, and it starts downloading immediately. There's also a paid version of this app, this website. There's also a paid version of this website. I think when you go to iStock. So, but the images I want, I can actually find a high quality image that is free. So once I download, I take it into Photoshop. I open the image in Photoshop. And then take notes. Obviously, it has covered the whole screen. I just place it the way I want. I place it exactly how I want it to look on the image. And once I press enter, it sits well into the image. So the next thing I'm going to do is change the blending mode to soft light. And then now you can see that the cloud is all over the baby, it's all over the balloons, and it's looking a bit murky. And that's not what I want. So I'm just going to filter at the top here. Next thing I'm going to press is Gaussian blur, and then I'll choose a good radius of blur to add to this image. And once I'm happy with that, then I create a layer mask After creating my layer mask, I click on layer mask and then choose my brush tool to brush over the baby and the balloons and everything I don't want the cloud to be on. So I'm just going to paint black. No, sorry, I'm going to paint white on these parts to reveal exactly what I want to see. So the moment I start painting, you can see that the baby is shining through, the balloons are shining through, my balloon stands are shining through too. And then the cloud remains on the backdrop, which is exactly what I want in this image.
I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away.
So that's pretty much it. And then the rest is really history. I do dodge and burn, and then I add my watermark, and that's it. So I'm just going to open the image on for you in my gallery to see what it looks like. Thanks for watching. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, and please leave a comment below if you've done this technique before, if this is something you would like to try it and let me know how it works for you. And also, if there's another way of doing this, I'm happy to learn from you. So tell me in the comment section exactly how you go about this, if this for you editing. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.